I had a dream last night. I remember I had a daughter. The face of her was like an angel. Her big eyes were shining like stars. I recognized she was so much like her mother. My lover. My sweet companion. Suddenly, the heart-melting smile on her face began to fade. I was scared in this dream, and woke up depressed. I couldn't imagine that. How could I have a baby with my girlfriend someday? As a lesbian, I kind of gave up already. But I don't know if there is a biological clock starts ticking or what. In these years, lots of my lesbian friends and I also come to the age 30 to 35, which is suggested that women should marry and reproduce to avoid the worries of elderly primipare. Some of us are like me. Decide not to having a child long time ago. Some are still wondering and waiting for an opportunity to get pregnant with their gay friend's sperm under a secret DIY insemination. And some just go get married with straight men. Maybe their biological alarm is too deafening to ignore the desire for having a child. You might ask, why not you just go get some sperm from sperm banks and having your own baby by assisted reproductive technology, or even try to make a test tube baby with both of your DNA? Why take the risks of unsafe way doing self-insemination? These are good questions. And the simple answer is that it is illegal to have your own children by assisted reproductive technology if you are an unmarried single woman in Taiwan. But there are still numbers of stories about how lesbian couples realized their dream of being parents and built their own family step by step. The following story is one of them. Two mommies, one love. How to make a baby. Preface. Dea and Mavis are a lesbian couple from Taiwan who live and study in the USA in recent years. They just had a little angel boy named Lucas, was born in June 2011. Lucas is a lucky little boy who has two mommies to love him. But the process of getting pregnant is extremely hard and exhausting for lesbian couples such as Dea and Mavis. According to the Artificial Reproduction Act in Taiwan and many other countries, single women and lesbians are not allowed to have their own children by assisted reproductive technology. I think it is a discriminative act to ignore the reproductive rights for unmarried single women. The government should consider the possibility to remove the limit that assisted reproductive method is only valid for statutory matrimonial And that is the main reason why Dee and Mavis, they choose to go far away from home to the USA, because it might be the only legal way to have their own baby by assisted reproductive technology. In this episode, Dee and Mavis are going to share their experience of how to make a baby. First, there are lots of preparation works to do. To make clear why you want a baby, it will help you to have more motivation to stick on before the following difficult challenges. Consideration of the practical level is equally important. And when is the right time to have a baby? It is important to check with following conditions. If your time permits. How about your financial basis? Do you have family support? And a healthy body for pregnancy? All get ready? Then think about how and where to do the artificial insemination. Let's do some research. In Taiwan, it is much cheaper, but it is illegal, and the sperm is hard to obtain. In Japan, it is legal and the distance is close to Taiwan, but the language is a problem to Dee and Mavis. It will be difficult to communicate in every process. So go to the United States might be the best choice for them. They have variety choices of sperm banks, and the artificial insemination is purely commercial activities. Less moral criticism. People have more respect for gender diversity. The disadvantage is that the United States is far from Taiwan, and the expenses will be 10 times more than doing it in Taiwan. But in order to avoid the parental rights concerns, they decide to go to the United States to have artificial insemination and accouchement there. From this website, Dee and Mavis search a lot of useful information and provide as a reference to who will need it. And let's check the timeline. It takes almost 3 years to accomplish their mammoth project. The decision has made, based on lots of consideration and evaluation. The preparations and international contact are miscellaneous and toilsome. The procedure of sperm donor selection might be the most interesting part of it. They base on the education and experiences background of Mavis to select a similar sperm donor of Taiwanese Americans, who has civil engineering doctor degree as well. Dee is the one who receives the artificial insemination. She needs to endure both medical treatment and health control in the whole process. They order the sperm from sperm banks through the internet. Based on the ovulatory cycles of Dee, the sperm should be sent within a frozen cylinder 3 days before. After ovulation confirmed, unfreeze sperm and check sperm motility. The doctor will execute the sperm injection. The pregnancy probability is not 100%. If insemination failed, they have to repeat the cycle program until succeed. Fortunately, they confirm pregnancy after the second shot. And finally they have Lucas. The dream of being parents for a lesbian couple has come true.